Hey there, Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here with day 12 of our countdown to LCW, the live challenge workshop. On March 23rd, for 5 days in a row at noon Eastern time on the Thrive Challenge page, a Facebook page, also in the Thrive Challenge private group. And I'm going to recommend that everybody join the private group because that's where you will share your daily assignments to enter to win prizes. That's where you will get the clues and share and that's the only place you'll get the scavenger hunt clues. I'm doing a 10-day scavenger hunt because we'll do 5 days of the challenge and we'll have 5 days of bonus materials and workshops that go along with the overall challenge 5-day workshop. And the point of it, the purpose of it, is to teach you how to do your own results getting challenge. Most people, the first time they do a challenge because they want to attract more of their ideal customers to them. Other challenges we can do, and I've done challenges for absolutely anything and everything, and we'll talk about that in the workshop, but you're gonna pick one thing that you're gonna do a challenge on. You're gonna map out and put everything, all of the pieces from A to Z together to create your own challenge. So really, the next Monday, the following Monday, the 23rd is a Monday, following Monday, you could launch your own challenge. I'm going to recommend you wait a week or two so you can promote it and invite people to it, but you could totally, you'd have everything you need to launch that challenge the following Monday in 5 days, less than a week. But to get ready for that, I wanted to do a countdown to the biggest lessons that I've learned in the last 47 years of business. I spent over a quarter century in corporate America working for some of the biggest companies in the world, billion-dollar companies. I never worked for Apple, so I didn't work for a trillion-dollar company, and that was, I left corporate America in 2004. So companies are a lot bigger now than they were back then, but they were multi-billion-dollar companies back then. And 47 years in businesses. I started my first business, it was an ice business, when I was 13. And since then, I've been in 27 different industries, either as an owner or a partner or a CEO in different businesses and different industries. And you make a lot of mistakes doing that, and you learn a lot. I still contend that we always learn way more from our mistakes than we do from our successes, but you also have a lot of wins and a lot of successes, and you figure out what works and what doesn't. So I made a brainstormed list because I want to do a countdown of the top 20 things that I've learned before we go to the live challenge workshop. Before we have the workshop, I'm like, well, what are some of the biggest lessons that I've learned? Why not share those? So today is day 12, number 12, counting down. They're not in any real order. When I want to do something like this, I just brainstorm a list and then I do it. I don't think about it. I don't commiserate over it. I just do it. Otherwise, I would never do it. If I thought about it, like a lot of things, we just wouldn't do them. So what is today's lesson learned? And I call this one, build on your strengths, hire for your weaknesses. So often, especially in school when we're growing up, everybody points out, for the most part, easily and quickly, what we're bad at, what we're not good at, right? We get graded on everything, and we get all of the things with a big red check that we do wrong. They don't say, hey, you got all these things right. It's the big red check or the big circle with the X. Sorry about that. The big circle with the X of what we did wrong, right? And it starts at a really young age. It probably starts at about 2, no, right? That phase. But the trick is, and the real truth is, all of us are good at some things, and all of us are terrible at a lot of things, right? We're really good at some things, and we're really, mediocre or bad at everything else. And so often, we focus on what we're not good at. We focus on what we're bad at. We focus on what people give us negative feedback for, or what we beat ourselves up for. And it's usually things that we're not. And it's just the opposite of what we want to do and need to do. We need to build on our genius zone. We need to build on the things we love to do. We need to focus on the things that we're awesome at, and then let other people do the rest, or and form teams of people to do the rest, or hire people to do the rest. A couple of things that come to mind for me personally. I am not a detail person. I'm good at coming up with ideas and big picture and things like that, but when it comes to, okay, cross this I and dot this T, see what I mean? Not good at those things. I'm not awesome at those things. And as my vision has gone downhill and gotten worse, I actually need people to edit my work, because I do make spelling errors and I do make issues, which drive me personally nuts, but I'm getting over it because I would rather get stuff done than commiserate over, did I put the dot over the I or the comma in the right place? Although it's easy to hire an editor or somebody to oversee and do those things for me, right? It's like housework. I will admit right here and now, I hate housework. I just hate it. I don't like it, but it's got to be done, right? But I don't have to be the one that does it. We all need to get our laundry done. We all need to get the bathroom clean, but we don't, and because we want to live in a nice environment, but we don't have to be the person that actually does that. So focus on and build on your strengths and share your gifts with the rest of the world, because that's what we're here for. And hire somebody else or get someone else or partner with somebody else to do the things that you're not awesome at. The first function I outsourced in every one of my businesses was accounting and taxes. That is the first function that I outsourced in every single business I've ever had. Why? Because it's super detail oriented, and for me personally, it was nice to have the information, but accounting and taxes are all past. They're focusing on the past, and I always want my attention focusing on the now and on the future and where we're going, not on where we've been. Will we make some decisions based on that information, and we have to file our taxes, right, for the government? But that is, the focus was on a direction I wasn't wanting to spend my attention. So that was always the first function that I outsourced. Still is. So share in the comments below one thing that you would consider that you are awesome at. One thing you know is your genius zone. One thing, one way you know you can help transform people. And today I'm going to challenge you to focus on that and notice that all day. And notice how you feel when you're doing that thing you're awesome at, or when you're thinking about that thing that you're really good at and awesome at. And watch how all the time and energy that we normally spend, because as humans we normally do this, thinking about the things we're not good at, thinking about the things that we actually suck at, thinking about the things that we struggle with. Because guess what? If we're struggling with it, that's something we should probably outsource. Now, there are things that we struggle with as we first learn and then we become masters at, but it has to be something that we love and are excited and curious about and want to learn, not just something that we think we need to fix. Remember the old feedback system, and maybe they've changed this in corporate America. I left in 2004, so I don't know, but when we did performance appraisals and performance reviews, when I was in corporate America, they were 90% focused on the negative, focused on your improvement areas, and you had to have an improvement plan. I mean, how ridiculous is that? Even the school system, I believe, still does that. If kids have a performance problem that doesn't fit into the norm of the other kids in any way, shape, or form, and I've got experience with this with respect to learning differences, right? I don't call them learning disabilities, they're learning differences. And guess what? All of us have learning differences. We all have different styles and ways that we best learn. So why would we expect our kids to be any different? Drives me nuts. But both my kids have learning differences. I have learning differences. And so we learn to build on what works for us, our strengths, and minimize and not do the techniques or the modalities that don't work for us. It's easy, but we like to make it complicated. We like to make it hard. So share something you're awesome at below, and let's focus on that today. I will see you tomorrow. I'll be traveling, but I'll see you tomorrow with day 13. I'm counting backwards. Never mind. It'll be 11. We already did 13. So with 11 and my 11th biggest lesson learned. And again, not in any numeric order, just a brainstorm list of the top 20 lessons I've learned in 47 years of business. If you have any questions, hit me up in the comments below. Otherwise, go and get yourself signed up on and join the Thrive Challenge group. I'll put the link in the comments below, but get yourself in there so that on March 23rd you can participate in the challenge. And then participate in the scavenger hunt. There'll be 10 clues only in the group, but it's a $25,000 value grand prize. So who doesn't want to win that, right? And unlike what one of my sisters thought, it isn't $25,000 cash. So, only one of my sisters would think something like that, but maybe not. So I want to be real clear. It's a $25,000 value grand prize. It isn't $25,000 cash. Duh. All right. Have an awesome day. If you have any questions, hit me up in the comments below, but share your genius zone or share something you're awesome at. Hey, I'm an awesome cook, so I could share I'm a really good cook in the comments below. That's it. Have an awesome day, and I will be with you tomorrow. Bye.